In this video, I'm just going to show you how we can use other people's already created work. And if you go to this mastering Ionic, there's this guy, I think it's a guy, I don't know actually, maybe it's a girl, who knows, that already created a CSS grid for us if we want to use this. Now, I told you in the last video that Ionic has its own grid system that we're going to be looking in, but I'm also going to show you can create your own or you can use other people's. Right now this is online and this is kind of what it does. So once we're done, we'll have this structure in our Ionic and we'll have the ability to scale it down. So I'm just going to drag this out so it's by itself. It's probably a little bit smarter like this and minimize that so there's less clutter. This you can go through. I'll also try to remember to put the link in the description so you can go to this page so I don't steal his stuff without telling you that I stole it. So props to this guy for doing all this. He did a lot of testing and so on. But let's just see how we actually do. And if you go down here, we can actually see he starts the Ionic project like we just did a few videos ago. We're just going to use this. And he also mentions here these are the files we're going to be primarily using. So his is named Ionic Grid, ours is named Ionic Web, if you follow my instructions. But these are still the same names of the files with the app.scss and this home page we're using. So you can read through this if you want to, or just actually do what it actually is done here and copy all of this and kind of winning really quick. I am just going to copy the things he did and then show you what they are, and if you have more questions about the specifics of these, we can have the discussion in class instead. So I'm copying everything in this part here. There we go. And this is the SCSS for this. So let's go to WebStorm. And all the stuff we just put in again, let's delete it. And let's put in the stuff this awesome person created for us. So his own grid system. It's based on, I can't remember, not a specific amount, but you can set that up. But it's also, if you go through the code, it's also having a fallback. So if a browser can't use grid, it's going to fall back to Flex and so on and so on. So that's for the CSS part. If you scroll a little bit down, is crafting the template. This is the structure of all the HTML. Well, it says all, it's just a little bit actually. You're just gonna copy that as well and go back to your WebStorm, go to your home, which he mentioned is the part, and make sure again, Ionic content is like the equivalent of the HTML body tag. Everything needs to be between, let's do it right. So kind of what we used to in our pages, we have body tags and then we have main and so on and so on, and we have a section and a footer, and you know where I'm going with this. We go. So make sure you put this into a content. I think he already did it here, so we are just going to take all of this, paste it in. So we have header, navigation at the top, grid, and I'll just put an SS on so you can see it's me. And then we have back to have some padding on this, but we have the Ionic content here. But let's just click save, go to browser, and where did it go? There we are. So this is my this is my third iteration of a design in 10 minutes just by implementing things. So of course that would be the same without Ionic, but it's just to show you how easy it actually is to implement all of this. So grids and scaling it down is already set up, so it goes into the responsive part and everything is awesome if you're into Lego or something like this. But that's kind of, there are these things online that you can use, so you don't have to build everything from scratch. You can build your own, and the reason why this person said, he or she said that they were doing this is because they wanted a little bit more freedom. So they wanted to be able to control all the design decisions or all the structures of the HTML. If you go to the comments, that's actually where I read it. But you can use your own, you can use others, or you can use the one that's actually in Ionic, and that's the next one we're going to be looking at, the Ionic or the Ion grid. That's the next part we're going to be looking into.